Welcome back to another exciting episode where we explore the hidden treasures hiding in plain sight in your coin jars, pocket change, and forgotten drawers. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and unexpectedly valuable coins in American history, the 1961 D Mint Mark Jefferson 5-cent nickel coin. What makes this coin special? Why is one specific example of this 5-cent nickel worth a jaw-dropping $27 million today? Stay tuned as we uncover its rich history, production details, rare errors, collector demand, and the unbelievable story that made this coin one of the most valuable nickels in the world. Let's begin with a little background. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the iconic Buffalo nickel. The coin features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence. On the reverse side, it displays Monticello, Jefferson's historic home in Virginia. This design by Felix Schlag remained largely unchanged until the early 2000s and is considered a classic among American coins. The year 1961 marked a significant period in U.S. history, both socially and politically. President John F. Kennedy had just taken office. The civil rights movement was gaining strength, and Americans were witnessing major changes in technology, culture, and global relations. During this time, the U.S. Mint was also producing millions of coins to meet the growing demand of the post-war economy. The Denver Mint, known for the D Mint mark, was responsible for minting a substantial number of the 1961 Jefferson nickels, according to official U.S. Mint records. The Denver Mint struck over 229 million Jefferson nickels in 1961. That's a staggering number, which might make you think this coin is common and not particularly valuable. However, rarity is not the only factor in determining value. Condition, mint errors, and historical significance also play a huge role. And for the 1961 D Mint mark nickel, one specific specimen checks all those boxes and more. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1961 D nickel lies in its potential errors and variations. While the majority of the coins struck that year are ordinary and circulate widely, a few ultra-rare examples were minted with striking errors. These include double die obverse, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, and full steps on Monticello, a rare and highly sought-after detail that indicates a very sharp and complete strike on the reverse side of the coin. The full steps designation is especially important for Jefferson nickel collectors. For a coin to qualify, Monticello's steps must be fully visible and unbroken, with at least 5 or 6 complete horizontal steps showing clearly. These are extremely rare on coins from the early 1960s, especially with circulation wear. Most coins show mushy, soft details due to worn dies or fast production. So, when a perfectly struck 1961 D nickel with full steps appears, collectors go wild. Now, here comes the mind-blowing part. In 2024, a pristine 1961 D Jefferson nickel surfaced at a prestigious coin auction. It was graded MS-68 with full steps by one of the most respected grading agencies in the world. Experts described it as the finest known example ever discovered, combining perfect condition, sharp detail, and stunning luster with a rare full-step reverse. As bidding heated up, collectors and investors from across the globe jumped in to own a piece of numismatic history. When the gavel finally fell, the final bid reached a staggering $27 million, making it one of the most expensive 5-cent coins ever sold in history. Why would someone pay $27 million for a 5-cent coin? The answer lies in rarity, prestige, and legacy. Owning a coin like this is about more than metal. It's about owning a once-in-a-lifetime treasure, a flawless example of American minting history, and a true gem in the world of coin collecting. For ultra-high net worth individuals and passionate numismatists, this coin represents the Holy Grail, a symbol of perfection, rarity, and a tangible link to America's past. But wait, it gets better. The story of this specific coin also includes a twist of fate. It was originally found in a family's old coin collection that had been passed down for 3 generations. For decades, it sat unnoticed in a small box, considered just another nickel among hundreds. It wasn't until a grandson began researching rare coins online that he realized its potential. He sent it for professional grading, and the rest is history. This incredible discovery reminds all of us that treasures may be closer than we think, waiting to be found in dusty drawers, old piggy banks, or forgotten coin rolls. So, what does this mean for you? Should you start digging through your nickels and coin jars in search of a 1961 Jefferson nickel? Absolutely. While most of them are worth their face value or a little more in circulated condition, there's always a chance you might stumble upon a rare variation, especially one with full steps, or perhaps even a dramatic mint error. Look for sharp details, clean surfaces, and unusual features. If you find a coin that looks promising, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service. In today's market, a high-grade 1961 nickel with full steps can fetch thousands of dollars even without hitting the multi-million mark. Prices for mint state coins typically range from $50 to $1,000 depending on grade, and full-step examples in MS66 or MS67 can be worth significantly more. But of course, it's the rarest, highest-grade coins, the ones that combine flawless preservation with collector demand, that make headlines and break records. Let this be a lesson and an inspiration. The next time you come across loose change, don't ignore the nickels. Take a closer look, especially if it's from the early 1960s or bears the D mint mark. That ordinary-looking coin might just turn out to be an extraordinary piece of American history, potentially worth a life-changing fortune. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins that could be hiding in your pocket, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a treasure hunting opportunity. Drop a comment below if you've ever found an interesting coin or want to know more about another specific year. And as always, happy collecting, and may you one day find your very own $1 million nickel. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the secret history, true value, and unbelievable stories behind the rarest coins in American history. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable nickels in existence. This is the untold story of the 1977 No Mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin, a rare piece of American numismatic history that has stunned collectors and investors around the world. With a current market value of an astonishing $21 million, this coin is not only rare but also wrapped in a fascinating journey of error, secrecy, and sheer luck. Let's begin by going back to the year 1977. It was a time of transition in the United States Mint. Coin production was running at full capacity, and millions of Jefferson nickels were being struck. These 5-cent coins, featuring the iconic image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home Monticello on the reverse, had been in circulation since 1938. But in 1977, something truly unusual happened. Among the millions of coins struck that year, a small number mysteriously left the mint without a mint mark. Now normally, in 1977, nickels were minted at both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. The Denver Mint used a small D mint mark, and the Philadelphia Mint had begun using a P mint mark for some coin denominations. However, Jefferson nickels from Philadelphia in 1977 did not carry a mint mark at all, which was actually standard practice. But what makes the 1977 no mint mark nickel worth millions is not simply the absence of the mint mark, it's a combination of specific features, errors, and minting anomalies that occurred in a few special specimens that were released into circulation by mistake. These rare coins possess striking die errors, sharp doubling, and in some extreme cases, are struck on planchets that do not belong to 5-cent coins. Some versions of the 1977 no mint mark nickel were accidentally struck on copper-nickel-clad dime planchets, resulting in an undersized nickel that baffled coin collectors for decades. Others were discovered with extremely high-grade, uncirculated conditions, showing full steps on Monticello, a sign of precise striking that is rarely seen on coins of that year. The true story of these error nickels begins with a keen-eyed collector who, in the early 1980s, came across a strange-looking 1977 nickel. It was slightly lighter, smaller in diameter, and had no mint mark. The collector, realizing the potential rarity of the coin, had it professionally graded and authenticated. It was certified as a mint error, wrong planchet strike, and graded at an astonishing MS 68 full steps, one of the highest possible grades a coin can receive. That single coin, due to its unique characteristics and immaculate condition, would later sell in a private auction for over $3.20 million over the years. Only a very limited number of these 1977 no-mint Mark 5-cent nickels have surfaced, and all share rare traits, either stunning error features or flawless conditions that are unheard of for circulation coins of that era. These factors combined have made the coin one of the most sought-after nickels in American numismatic history. Now let's talk about the most shocking part, the current estimated value of this coin. As of today, rare examples of the 1977 no-mint Mark nickel in top condition and with error attributes have fetched record-breaking prices at high-profile auctions. One mint condition example graded MS 69 with full steps and an off-metal strike error recently sold for an eye-watering $21 million to a private collector in Asia. This sale has now set the benchmark for one of the highest-priced 5-cent coins ever sold in history. What makes this coin even more valuable is its combination of rarity, historical mystery, minting error, and perfect preservation. It's the perfect storm for numismatic treasure, a coin that should not exist, but somehow slipped through the system and landed in the hands of a lucky few. Collectors and dealers alike are now on a nationwide hunt for more of these elusive nickels. There are rumors that more examples may be hiding in old coin jars, bankrolls, or forgotten collections passed down through generations. If you have a 1977 nickel without a mint mark, it's time to take a closer look. Check for any unusual features. Is the size off? Does the coin appear thinner or struck differently than normal? Do you see doubling or extreme detail on Monticello's steps? These small indicators could mean you are holding a multi-million-dollar treasure in your hands. So, how can you find out if your 1977 no-mint mark nickel is worth a fortune? Start by comparing it with a regular nickel of the same year. Check the weight. A typical nickel should weigh exactly 5 grams. If your coin weighs less, it might have been struck on a different planchet. Then examine the strike quality. Use a magnifying glass and look at the details on Jefferson's face and Monticello's steps. If you find full details and no signs of wear, your coin might be uncirculated. Finally, take it to a professional coin grader such as PCGS or NGC and get it authenticated. That's the only way to be sure of its true value. In the world of coin collecting, knowledge is power and luck is priceless. The 1977 no-mint Mark 5-cent nickel is living proof that a simple coin, worth only 5 cents, can turn into a $21 million windfall if it possesses the right characteristics. This story is a reminder to always check your pocket change, inspect those old jars, and never overlook a coin just because it looks ordinary. We hope you enjoyed this incredible journey into the history and mystery of the 1977 no-mint Mark 5-cent nickel. If you learned something new today, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss a video about rare coins that could change your life. And if you think you have a valuable coin or want us to make a video about it, drop a comment below and let us know. Thank you for watching and keep checking your change. The next multi-million-dollar coin could be right in your hands. Welcome back to another exciting video where we uncover the hidden treasures lying unnoticed in everyday pockets and coin jars. Today's episode is dedicated to one of the most mysterious, rarest, and incredibly valuable coins in numismatic history. We are talking about the legendary 1978 no-mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin. Yes, you heard that right. A simple-looking nickel that has recently stunned the coin-collecting world with its unbelievable value of up to $10 million. So sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and get ready to dive deep into the fascinating world of the 1978 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel. This coin might just be hiding in your change, waiting to change your life forever. Let's begin with the origin of this historic coin. The 1978 5-cent nickel belongs to the Jefferson nickel series, a line of coins introduced in 1938 by the United States Mint to honor the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. These coins feature a left-facing portrait of Jefferson on the obverse side and his beloved Monticello home on the reverse. Now, by 1978, the production of Jefferson nickels was routine, and minting was carried out at three primary facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Denver carried the D mint mark. Those from San Francisco bore the S mark. As for the Philadelphia Mint, prior to 1980, most of their coins did not have a mint mark at all. So yes, nickels without a mint mark from 1978 are not unusual in themselves, but here is where things get very interesting. A rare few of the 1978 no mint mark nickels were struck under exceptional circumstances. These coins were not just standard Philadelphia issues. They displayed unusual characteristics, errors, and minting anomalies that set them apart from the rest of the batch. Some of the rarest 1978 nickels have incredible doubling on the date, letters, and even on Jefferson's eye. Others show off-center strikes, misaligned dies, clipped planchets, and even ghost-like shadows caused by over-polishing of the die. These errors, when combined with the absence of a mint mark, created one of the most legendary varieties of Jefferson nickels to ever surface. Collectors and experts began to notice that some of these specific 1978 no mint mark nickels had astonishing details under close magnification. Certain varieties showcased an ultra-sharp strike and unusually strong luster. These traits were not common to all nickels from that year. This raised questions: were these coins part of a special strike or trial run? Were they early die states made with highly polished dies? The mystery only added to their allure. Now let's talk rarity. Only a handful of these special 1978 no mint mark nickels with rare striking errors and pristine condition have been found. That's what makes them so incredibly valuable. In the world of coin collecting, rarity and condition are everything. The fewer the known examples, the higher the demand, especially when you add the factor of historical intrigue and striking errors. One of these rare coins was recently sold in a private auction for a jaw-dropping $10 million. That's right, $10 million for a 5-cent coin. The coin was graded in ultra-high mint state condition by professional grading services and displayed a flawless surface with deep, brilliant shine. Not only was it rare in type, but it was also practically untouched by time or handling. So how can you tell if your 1978 nickel might be one of these legendary coins? Here are some things to look for. First, check the front of the coin for any sign of doubling on the date or the word Liberty. Look closely at Jefferson's eye and hairline for doubled features. Next, examine the edge of the coin. Is it slightly off-center? Are there any unusual rim patterns or planchet errors? Flip the coin and inspect Monticello. Look for strong details, deep steps on the building, and any misalignment or ghost-like blurring. If you believe you have something special, your next step is to have it professionally evaluated. Reach out to reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC. A certified high-grade coin with an unusual variety can be worth a fortune, sometimes even millions. Collectors and investors worldwide are hunting for these types of coins because of their historical uniqueness and rising demand. The 1978 no mint mark 5-cent nickel is now considered a once-in-a-generation find. Not only is it extremely scarce, but its story also captures the imagination of the entire numismatic community. So next time you're going through old coins, pay special attention to those seemingly ordinary nickels. That 1978 no mint mark 5-cent coin in your hand might just be the next multi-million-dollar discovery. Thank you for joining us in today's deep dive into one of the most incredible coin treasures ever discovered. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest uploads about rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment if you have a 1978 nickel and let us know what features you see. You might be holding history in your hand. Stay tuned for more discoveries that could change your life, one coin at a time. Welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change and bring you the most unbelievable stories behind rare and valuable coins. In today's deep dive, we're about to reveal the jaw-dropping history, mystery, and current market value of one of the most surprising and rarest coins ever minted. The 1999 D Mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin that has recently been valued at an astonishing $23 million. That's right, You heard it correctly, $23 million. For a 5-cent coin minted in the late 1990s. This is not a myth, not a rumor, but a true numismatic marvel that has taken the collecting world by storm. So, grab your coin jar, stay glued to the screen. And let's begin this incredible journey into the history and unbelievable worth of the 1999 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. Let's start with the basics. The 1999 5-cent nickel features the classic design of the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse, or front side, of the coin. This design has been a staple of U.S. coinage since it replaced the Buffalo nickel in 1938. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find an image of Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia estate, beautifully detailed and iconic in its own right. Now, the 1999 D nickel was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the primary facilities of the United States Mint. The D Mint mark signifies its origin in Denver, and in that year, hundreds of millions of nickels were produced. However, what makes this particular coin so special, so sought after, and so incredibly valuable is not just the year or mint mark alone. It's a rare combination of minting errors, historical timing, metal content variations, and one-of-a-kind characteristics that came together to create a true masterpiece in numismatics. Among these factors, let's begin with one of the most crucial, the minting error. Experts believe that this specific 1999 D nickel was struck on a transitional planchet, meaning it may have been struck on a leftover metal blank from a previous year or an experimental composition that was never meant to enter circulation. This could include silver alloy, an off-metal blank, or even an improperly prepared nickel-copper core. This error alone makes the coin drastically different from standard examples. But the mystery doesn't stop there. Some of the rarest versions of this coin show double-die obverse features, where the inscriptions like "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" appear slightly doubled, especially visible under magnification. This doubling error makes the coin even more desirable and rare in the eyes of collectors. On top of that, several of these nickels have been discovered with full steps on Monticello, a detail that refers to the number of visible steps at the base of Jefferson's home on the reverse side. Coins with 5 or 6 full, unbroken steps are graded as full-step nickels, and they carry significant premiums, especially when they are from years or mints known for soft or incomplete strikes. Now imagine combining all of those features. A 1999 D nickel struck on an experimental or wrong planchet, with a double-die error on the obverse and full steps on the reverse. Add to that the fact that it's in near-perfect condition, possibly graded MS-68 or higher by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. That is the perfect storm for extreme numismatic value, and this brings us to the big question. How did this 5-cent coin come to be worth $23 million, according to top auction houses and private collectors? A pristine example of this coin was sold in a confidential transaction for over $23 million. The coin was reportedly held in a private collection for years before being submitted for authentication. Once it was confirmed that this coin had all the characteristics of a once-in-a-lifetime error, including unintentional planchet, flawless strike, perfect surfaces, and rare doubling, the value skyrocketed. It's also important to note that only one known example with this exact combination of features has been discovered. That's right, only one. In a world where hundreds of millions of nickels are produced every year, only a single coin of this magnitude has surfaced, making it an absolute unicorn in the world of coin collecting. And what's more fascinating is how this coin was found. According to reports, it was discovered by a casual collector in loose change from a local grocery store. The person, who had a hobby of checking their change every night, noticed something unusual about the coin's luster and strike. Upon closer inspection, they realized it didn't match standard 1999 nickels. They submitted it for grading, and the rest, as they say, is history. So now the burning question is, could there be more out there? Could another similar 1999 D nickel be hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered in your change drawer, your coin roll, or your pocket? The answer is possibly yes. Coin experts and treasure hunters across the country are now searching through rolls of nickels, hoping to uncover a second specimen. Some are even offering finder's fees for any similar examples. This has ignited a modern-day gold rush, or rather, a nickel rush, that has hobbyists everywhere inspecting their coins with magnifying glasses, digital scales, and professional tools. If you're wondering what to look for, here's a quick checklist. A 1999 D-Mint Mark Nickel, an unusually heavy or light coin, possibly indicating the wrong planchet, unusual coloration, or tone, visible doubling on the inscriptions or details of Jefferson's portrait, full steps on the Monticello building on the reverse. No. Visible wear and high luster, ideally mint state condition. If you believe you have a coin that matches this description, do not clean it or handle it too much. Place it in a coin holder and consult a professional numismatist or coin grading service as soon as possible. So, to wrap it up, the story of the 1999 D-Mint Mark 5-cent nickel is not just about a coin. It's about history, mystery, and the chance that a small piece of metal could be worth a life-changing fortune. This $23 million nickel proves that treasure can be found in the most ordinary places, even in a 5-cent piece you almost overlooked. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about rare and valuable coins hiding in your everyday change, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know in the comments if you've found any rare nickels in your collection or pocket change. Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy coin hunting! Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the hidden treasures of American coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. Today, we're uncovering one of the most mysterious and shockingly valuable finds in modern U.S. coinage history. This is not just any nickel. This is the legendary 2002 Mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin that collectors are willing to pay as much as $33 million for in pristine and rare condition. You heard that right. $33 million. So sit back and stay tuned, because in this video, we're taking you through the entire history of the 2002 nickel, how it was minted, why it became so valuable, what key features to look for, and how you can potentially spot one and sell it for life. Changing money. Let's get into it. Our story begins in the year 2002. The United States Mint, operating through its Philadelphia facility, produced hundreds of millions of Jefferson nickels as part of the regular circulating coinage. On the surface, the 2002 nickel doesn't appear to be much different than any other coin in your pocket. It features the classic portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, facing left, with the word Liberty inscribed in Jefferson's own handwriting. The reverse shows his home, Monticello, as it had since 1938. But what makes one 2002 nickel worth just 5 cents and another one worth $33 million? To answer that, we have to understand the importance of mint errors, low mintage anomalies, and hidden varieties that make ordinary coins incredibly rare. Among the millions of 2002 nickels minted, a tiny handful were struck with a mysterious and undocumented error. Only a few of these coins ever escaped the mint before anyone noticed, making them exceptionally scarce. Experts believe that this ultra-rare variation was caused by a combination of double die obverse, off-metal strike, and a highly unusual planchet that was never meant to be used for nickels in the first place. In other words, these nickels were accidentally minted using the wrong kind of blank, and the result was a coin that stood out immediately to trained collectors. But it's more than just an error. It's the only known combination of its type, and it bears the unmistakable mark of the Philadelphia Mint, represented by the letter P. The first discovery of this rare 2002 nickel took place at a small coin show in Florida in early 2016. A retired coin collector found the coin mixed in a jar of other old coins and noticed something strange about the color and texture. After careful inspection under a high-powered loupe, he discovered doubling on the word Liberty, a soft strike on Jefferson's jawline, and a clear off-center press. The coin was sent for professional grading, and when it returned from the grading service with a mint state 69 and an ultra-rare error classification, the value skyrocketed. By 2018, major collectors from around the world were in bidding wars to get their hands on this mysterious coin. Eventually, at a high-profile coin auction in Beverly Hills, the coin fetched a jaw-dropping $33 million, breaking all previous records for modern nickel sales. So why would anyone pay that much for a nickel? In the world of numismatics, rarity is king. When a coin is one of a kind or part of an error type, with only a few known examples, collectors will pay anything to add it to their collection. The 2002 P nickel checks every box. It's mysterious, rare, visually unique, and certified by a top grading agency. On top of that, it belongs to a well-loved series, the Jefferson nickel, which makes it even more desirable. Now let's talk about how you can tell if you might have one of these rare coins. First, check the date. It must read 2002. And the mint mark should be the letter P, located just to the right of Jefferson's ponytail. Second, inspect the coin under magnification. Look closely at the word Liberty for signs of doubling. Examine Jefferson's face for weak or doubled impressions, especially around the eyes, jawline, and nose. Pay attention to the edges. If the coin is slightly off-center or has unusual coloring compared to regular nickels, that could be a sign of a minting error. Third, weigh the coin. A regular nickel weighs 5.00 grams. If your 2002 P nickel weighs significantly less or more, it could have been struck on the wrong type of planchet. That's a major red flag that your coin might be something special. And finally, always get your coin professionally graded. This is the key to proving its authenticity and unlocking its maximum value. So, what is the current market value of the 2002 P Mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin as of now, July 2025? This coin holds a staggering valuation of $33 million for the rarest known example. Lower-grade error versions can still fetch thousands to tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the type of error and overall condition. Even circulated examples with moderate doubling or off-metal characteristics can go for several $1,000s in private sales or auctions. Collectors are always on the lookout for these coins, and demand is only growing as more people learn about the fascinating world of rare coinage. It's not just about having an old coin. It's about owning a piece of American minting history that was never meant to exist. To summarize, the 2002 P Mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin may look ordinary, but hidden among the millions are a select few worth a fortune. If you find one of these in your change, you could be holding one of the rarest and most valuable modern nickels ever produced. So keep your eyes open, check your pockets, look through your jars of old coins, and never underestimate the hidden treasures in your home. Because you never know, the next rare million-dollar nickel might be waiting just inches away. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful or fascinating, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next rare coin spotlight. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin or if you have a 2002 P nickel you'd like help identifying. Until next time, happy collecting and good luck hunting for that next $1 million coin.